Welcome to Backyard Blinking. My name is Charles. I'll be your host as we go through and explore everything BB and pellet related, from air pistols to air rifles, targets, ammo. Today we actually have three individual products. Two that are kind of new to the market and one that just finally showed up on the shelf. So together they're going to make one presentation that we're going to do. We're going to start with the pistol itself. A CO2 powered. It's BB only. It's made by Umarex. Now, any of you guys that are watching this that know anything about modern firearms, this thing probably looks a little familiar, and it should. This particular series is called a TDP 45. Umarex was actually the parent company of Walther. Obviously Walther started as an independent company. It kind of changed hands. It moved around for a little bit. The people that took the Umarex part of it, for years they were going through and building adult-only air rifles, air pistols, stuff like that. But just like everybody else, they have to adapt, change, and try to meet the market needs. These have just started kind of showing up on the shelf here and there. Not a constant supply, and I'm never going to pick anything up and bring it unless it's a special exception. I'm not going to pick up something and bring it in here. It's something that you guys can't go and pick up yourself. But this particular one right here, it's super easy to load. The back strap comes up, CO2 goes in, turn handles at the bottom, close it back. It's got a very narrow back strap. Now, the grip that's on here is actually big enough, even for my big hands, to be able to fit. But it's small enough for a young individual to really be able to get a good grip on it. As far as the trigger goes, there's a lot of space in there. So it's close enough for a smaller person to be able to get their finger around it and really get a grip on it and be able to shoot it accurately. Something else, I think the last video I did where we were shooting at the Gammo pellet trap. Notice the sight picture on this. Very narrow rear sights, a super narrow front sight. Much easier for target acquisition and be able to see what of course you're still shooting a BB and it's still a CO2, but the more of the target you can see, a lot of times the easier it is. Just have the safety, fire, safe, up in the front. But I've been watching some of these. I'm a little curious to see what's going to happen. It does come with a magazine. I believe this is a 15 or 17 round magazine that should look familiar. These are the ones made by Daisy that you can get in a 3-pack for like $7 or $8. This one, I can tell you, is a lot. This is the one that comes with it. It is a lot heavier. You can tell that there's some more metal in there. However, this one does fit. Now, second part. These have been more and more prevalent. You'll see them on the shelf, specifically at one location, a sports store. They're CO2 cartridges, 12 gram, normal stuff you'd run across. It has a Monarch label on it. Distributed by Academy Limited. Yes, those people. Now, the Monarch label you'll go through, you'll find on modern firearm cartridges and stuff like that, and they work fine. I've probably got over 1,000 rounds of different caliber Monarch stuff in a couple of my safes. I don't have any problems with them. My Beretta doesn't like it very much, but everything else is pretty much okay with it. These are a couple of dollars cheaper than the Crossman. There's only 15 in the box. That's the biggest amount I found so far. With Crossman, you can get 25. you know, maybe for 10 more to a couple of bucks doesn't really matter. Who knows? But if you don't buy in bulk like I do, then 15 is probably fine. So we have one of those loaded in here. We're going to see what happens with it. And as I go through, I'll steadily be taking some of these out of the box and trying them with some of the other stuff that I have, just to see if there's any issues. Third part. New BBs. Anybody that knows anything about modern firearms, these guys need no introduction. Hornady. They're black. They are anodized steel BBs. They're supposed to be polished. Supposedly it creates less friction, improves velocity, distance, and accuracy. We will find out. Of course, with the CO2 pistol, it's a little hard to figure out if the accuracy. You have so much stuff that wanders, and when the pressure drops, it's hard to tell. Now, like the Powerline series and stuff like that, we can load the BBs into there, get a constant. If we repeat it over and over again, we have a result. These are supposed to have less friction, and I took out probably 60 of them. There's 1,500 in here, and I think they were like $9. I took out a whole handful of them and kind of rolled them around and looked at them, and compared to some of the other stuff that you can get, I didn't find any flat spots or deformations or anything like that, which a lot of times is what will make that the BB will just travel, because it's actually dragging along the side of the barrel. So we have some of them loaded up. Let's see if it'll shoot. New pistol, new CO2, new BBs. Wish me luck. It feels good though. I'll give you that. It's got a good feel to it. You can get a good grip on it. I think I found my new favorite BB pistol. It's got a pretty heavy trigger pull to get it back, but when you get to that one point, you'll hear it go click, which means that it's pulled it up, the BB's in place, and it's ready to shoot. From that point on, it's very smooth, very, very easy to get the round off. This is the one that was sold by Daisy. $9 for the pack. So, let's see if we can get let's see if this one will run in it. If it does, that would be awesome. Doesn't want to run just right. It wants to hang. The follower doesn't want to go all the way up when it's in there. Well, I'll do a little bit of research and see what I can come up with. But they're basically identical. The one that comes with this one is a little bit wider, and that might be where the issue is. We'll take a look and we'll see. But Umarex has got a lot of products out there, so every time that I find something odd like this that's out there that I know is supposed to be coming from a quality manufacturer, you know, somebody that's putting their name out there, or somebody that's trying to get stuff done, I'm going to pick it up. And we're going to shoot it, and we're going to look at it, and try to make a determination of, is it worth you spending your money on? And shoot it again. Alright. Magazine's empty, but I'll show you what I mean. From there, it's a simple pull. It's getting to that first click. A lot of tension. Not too much though. I mean, it's not enough that a young individual could not overcome. It's not bad actually. I like it. This thing was on the shelf for $29. You know, if you go back and watch some of my other stuff, I mean, I found one that had a Sig Sauer logo on it that was supposed to be, you know, this, that was, you had to the BBs, it was horrible. Like $34. 29, I'll buy this all day long. Matter of fact, I might go back and get another one tomorrow. What? I got two hands. Till next time, my name is Charles. This has been Backyard Plinking.